Hi there, welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, which is timeless, messages from a deceased loved one. I am Sekkat, by the way, from Seqkat'sEnlightenment.com, and I'm glad to have you here with me. Now this is a special reading, one that I did back in December 2020 to help people with their grief, and I'm very honored to have been the medium in between the connections between the loved ones, and so I want to open the door again to allow more loved ones to come through to connect with you. So go ahead now and take a moment and look at the totems and kind of get a feeling of which one that you are feeling pulled to. I want to go ahead and take a deep belly breath, filling the lower belly with air, aligning your ego with your higher self to get a more intuitive feel to which totem is calling towards you. You can use any of your own personal measures of tuning in. You may find your eyes keep landing on a particular one over and over, and you might get tested by looking away and see where your eyes fall again. You may have noticed you've been seeing totems of the raven or the cat or the wolf lately, and maybe they're calling you. And if you need more time than I'm affording you here, by all means, feel free to pause the video. Okay, I will meet you at your totem. Okay, welcome if you chose the Raven for this week's Pick a Card reading, a message from your deceased loved one. So we're going to start out by seeing the theme of the message that your loved one is wanting to convey to you. And with that one, we are getting Honor Gaia. It's an interesting message. And it was reversed, so that means we want to pay a little extra attention to this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is explain how this reading is going to work. So this is definitely a general reading, so I have this tuned to many of you and your unique, different relative stories with your loved ones coming through. So you want to tune in to all the messages that I'm coming in to the ones that are aligned with you. Also, this theme message is just the kickoff start of their message that they want to convey with you. So I will pull a few tarot cards to expand upon that, and then I will pull a row of tarot which will convey to you who is coming through. You may get one or more guides. You may even get information that indicates maybe someone that's still even on this side. They may show you cards reflecting that person. Maybe they were partners with that person, siblings, just for you to get an idea, best friends, of who is coming through. So it might just help expand upon that. And then after that one, we will then do another row of tarot, which will be expanding even deeper on the message that they want to convey upon you. And then we will clarify that one as well. Okay, so Honor Gaia. So the basis for this card is actually quite that, honoring Mother Earth. So my first impressions that I'm giving for those of you that had chosen this one, very well maybe your loved one was into preserving Mother Earth. And they definitely want to convey that message. There may be ways that you can contribute to this. Maybe you're aligned with this already. And they're definitely affirming this because your Mother Earth, she's our mother. She's our home planet. And the better we treat her, the more she can offer us. The better she can offer us for living here. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so now this is a card to expand upon your theme card a little bit. So I am getting the Death card in reverse. So this is someone wanting to convey, we need to preserve Mother Earth. We need to change. We need to make some change here. Let go of some old ways that are polluting Mother Earth and move into the new ways. So I don't know if any of you are a little bit resistant to new ideas. One example, I'm just getting electric vehicles. So if any of you have been thinking about that, yeah, this is a thumbs up. Yes, let go of the old, and we want to definitely get into the new that will, join that. So that is just one example. Recycling, of course, is just an easy one. There may be projects that you can get into. Actually getting that someone may be having an idea of something to do in relation to this in some way, form, or fashion, and that is definitely an affirmation for you. Yes, get on board. Your idea is great. This is a big thumbs up. This is leading to wishes coming true. They're definitely saying, yes, please go with that. I'm actually getting chills with that one, yes. So whoever of you has an idea of how to help Mother Earth, run with that idea. They're definitely supporting you. Definitely supporting you there. Some of you are being called to spiritual freedom, busting through out of paradigms. And it could be paradigms of how we've been treating Mother Earth. Could definitely do that. So it's a busting through. And so your idea, even those that you might have this idea, could be busting the old paradigms and coming into a spiritual flow, because Mother Earth is very spiritual. And how's this going on here? Some of you you've had ideas and inspirations and motivations to work with Mother Earth, but you're not acting upon it. And you know, when you don't act on your creative ideas and you just kind of ignore them, and you just kind of get that little boredom feeling, you know, it's just a little flat feeling. That's what I'm getting with that. It's a flat feeling coming through. Act on those. Whatever it is your motivation is to connect with Mother Earth, even if it's just doing meditations, connecting with Mother Earth, it's beautiful. Grounding is, for some of you, it could simply be grounding with Mother Earth, that you need to ground. It's kind of hard for starseeds, I can relate to this, to ground with Mother Earth, because we just want to go away. It's kind of hard here, and it's hard here for all of us, and we just want to scoop away. Some of us may not even be starseeds and just very spiritual, and we want to just lift away. But Mother Earth is a pool full of love. Her whole being is that of Source. Source is all of us, and she is a pool full of love for us to connect with, to help us while we're here on this planet. And so it kind of becomes synchronistic. As we help her, she helps us. So even grounding with her would be very assisting for those of you. Now, again, pay attention to your alignments. We've got Scorpio coming in here and Taurus. So I don't know if anybody's coming through already talking to you as being Scorpio or Taurus, or maybe they're already hinting, hey, I'm Scorpio, Taurus, whomever. And keep in mind too, as these messages come through, they might have messages maybe not exactly for you, maybe a loved one that you know, and maybe those little horoscopes will pop in, so pay attention to this as well. So now your next row is going to be who is coming through. You may have one or more come through, so pay attention. Or, like again, it could be referring to someone that they were connected with who is still on this side, but they're bringing up indicators about that person to help you figure out who you connect with. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the entire row, and then I'm going to start reading the cards. Let's see if we can get one more. More than one. Okay, that's okay. That's completely fine. Okay. Okay, so for who's coming through? For some of you, you lost a loved one in a dark way. It feels like foul play of some sort was involved. So that's coming through. It was the ultimate defeat, and it was a nightmarish way to go. So yeah, there's some foul play for some of you, of whomever the loved one's coming through. So again, pay attention, because there are many of you here. Also, someone who is not in alignment with who they are. So you can take this in certain ways. They could have been someone that wore a mask all the time and didn't authentically express themselves. Maybe someone that pleased other people, appeased them. They could have been that type of person. They could have been a person that just they were in a career that was not in alignment with themselves. Or maybe they had a talent that they never got to express. Like maybe they were into music or something and it would have been a great singer. But, you know, maybe they just did the normal life plan, not thinking they could make it as a singer, and their talent didn't get to be expressed. Something along those lines. Chestnut, sorry, kitty cat trying to get in the closet. So it could be something along those lines. So just tune in and see how that fits you. Chestnut, come here. Okay, so we're getting 3 horoscope cards. We're getting Virgo, we're getting Cancer, and we're getting Gemini. Let's address those. Now, they could be coming in for you as horoscopical, or they could be coming in and saying they're a twin flame. They could be coming in saying they're twin, and my personal beliefs are when twins come in, they are twin flames. My personal beliefs. They could be coming in and saying they were a lover of yours. They could be coming in and saying that. They could be coming in with the Hermit card saying that they were one that was like introverted and like to lone off on their own. They could be conveying that message. This one with the Cancer could be conveying that there was someone that rushed in and did things, and they were very action oriented and were motivated, and they come up with ideas, and they just would plow forward and come in and come through and do this. So you're going to tune in. Remember, I'm in the dark, and there's many of you here getting many different messages. This one I'm getting someone who loved to spend quality time, probably with their families and friends, probably very extroverted, loved spending times with their loved ones. So I'm getting that with that one. For those of you that are looking at this reading, this was someone who worked well with teammates on projects, was a good team person, could have been a very good organizer of people, or, you know, organizing people and doing things with people. I mean, it could have been like events, you know, something along that line. It could have been church. It could be meetup, any kind of type of thing like that. We're working with people and we're working in alignment with people. We're seeing that. Could have been somebody that just was laid back and pretty much got along with a lot of people. Just got along with pretty much anybody. This could be referencing to that one as well. Definitely a team worker and working together to get things accomplished and attaining goals. So they were definitely along those lines. We are looking here with someone that perhaps felt left out in the cold. Not exactly abandoned. It usually comes in reverse when it's abandoned, but maybe they just felt left out. Maybe they felt disconnected from other people. Maybe they had a lot of trauma, and there's some trauma that they needed to heal to be able to open up to connect with people, and their own trauma kind of kept them, just kind of could go back to this one too, kind of kept them shut down a little bit and withdrawn, and maybe they wanted to connect with people but they couldn't, which kind of made them feel left out. So we're looking at something along those lines for this one. And then here we have a happily ever after. So with this one, I think this one is going to be about family. This is going to be somebody that I think attained their happily ever after. So for you on this one, they attained their goals. This might have been someone who died in the hardy old age. You know, they lived their life's dreams and got everything attained and felt happy or satisfied. This could even be someone that died somewhat young. Maybe they were in their early 50s, but they died doing what they love to do and accomplished doing everything they wanted to do before they went. So somebody attained their goals is what I see with this one. They definitely accomplished everything that they wanted. Okay, so that is who's coming through. So now let's pull up your Road Tarot to see what message they want to convey to you, and or perhaps someone that you know, a loved one of yours. It might be sending a message to them. So if you catch that, you may want to send a message along. And again, I'm going to pull up your whole row and then start reading the cards. Okay, the message to you from your loved one. Okay, right off the bat. Oh, yeah. Okay, some of you are struggling with a decision here, guys. Y'all are trying to make a very important decision, and they're recognizing this. Okay, so this one indicates that it's a rock and a hard place type. This one is you don't like your current circumstances. And so you can make a choice that will get you out of those current circumstances, but you don't like that choice either. And my advice for that one is always go for that one, because you're going to stay stuck and stay where you don't like being if you don't make the decision. And if you make the decision that you dislike, at least get things going. And then it opens doors where better doors can open to get you more in a better place where you want to go. But as things are stuck and you can't get to a better door from where you are. So you've got to make that change. So that would be my advice for this one. Okay, so some of you are really struggling with that decision, and you might be fearful of some challenges, fearful that you can't navigate through those challenges with ease, and that could be playing a role in this decision. And these cards right here are sandwiching conflict with people. We're having some major conflict with people, trying to get other people to believe what we believe, see what we believe, understand what we believe, think or do, changing perspectives, changing beliefs, and we're really clashing here on this one. We just need to love them for who they are. They have their beliefs, their conditioning, their own understandings, and you have yours. You need to love them, let them have theirs, and love you and let you have yours. So I don't know if it's become very toxic, and you maybe are deciding, can I stay in this relationship because we clash so much, or what you can do to resolve an issue with this clashing of beliefs. It could be an issue that you're having to really make a hard decision on how to solve the issue. So you want to look at that. The first step into solving the issue is accepting the both of you as you are and that you're different. That would be the first step to helping and assisting you with this. This one also could indicate a move. Some of you might be looking at moving, and your loved one is saying, hey, there is a delay. There's some type of challenge that you may not be aware of. You might want to look into that, and you may want to respect that delay. So you might have a loved one coming in there with that one. Okay, so some of you are feeling overwhelmed, and that would definitely go back to this for sure, and that's understandable. And you're being asked to have strength and courage while you're going through this overwhelm. Perhaps this contrast here too as well, or feeling like you're not getting through challenges with ease as well. And not only have courage, but have faith. Trust that the universe has got you, and you've got to get your focus off of that which is perpetuating the circumstance. When you get all stuck in the story of it could be just a simple situation that's going that you dislike. But let's give you an example. Maybe you don't have enough finances for something, and the finances are overwhelming. I don't have enough finances. And you could be stuck on the story just looking at, I don't have enough finances, I don't have enough finances, I don't have enough. And that's what you keep focusing on. Change that focus to what you want. You want to be abundantly free. Or maybe it's you're wanting to go to college and you're finding like you don't have the resources to do something like that. And you keep thinking, I can't. Got to get your focus off the I can't. Just accept what isn't before you right now. Surrender to your higher self. Get some guidance and have faith. The universe will have you, and they will assist you and get you. And you gotta have some strength and courage that whatever your situation is, or if there's people involved, you can get through this, even if you are feeling overwhelmed. Also, this represents Leo for some of you, and this one represents Sagittarius. So if that's relative to any of you, pay attention to that. And then some of you are going through a life lesson right now, and some of you are going through this turmoil. That's what this is a life lesson. Or some of you may be a master and you're teaching others. And maybe for some of you, it very well could be the decision that you're trying to make. Should I get into that role and teach others? Is that good for me? And going back to Mother Gaia, some of you might be, I told you, some of you or one of you has an idea of how to help Mother Gaia. And you might be sitting here turmoiling over decisions about this, not sure if you can do this. You have an affinity for this. You have a gift for this. It's natural for you. This is just like you have a master. You may have a connection to another lifetime where you have mastered something this or mastered something in this lifetime, and you can teach it to others. And this is what's going to lead you into some of your dreams coming true. So that can feed definitely back to that, and everything being right in your world. That's going to definitely feed back to that as well. These decisions that some of you are just making, and even if they're sandwiched within this conflict that we have with people, everything is going to end up right with your world. For some of you, you might have to change that focus, and that changing of the focus is what's going to get you back on your path, where everything will be right with your world. Okay, so let's clarify. Again, I'll pull up the whole row, and then I'll start reading your cards. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got a few that popped up here. Alright, so navigating through some difficult challenges. We've got the Tower card coming in here in reverse. So, this tells me your guides are at work. Going to knock out something that's very difficult for you. So if you're stuck with the challenge, take heart. Your guides will come in and knock it out. Your ego might struggle with this because it's going to bring about some change. And this could be some of your decision making too. It's going to bring about some change. But it's going to ultimately work out for the best. Things going to work out right for you, girl. So it could be that. That's for some of you. Some of you considering this move as a delay. Even if it's not a delay, no, might not want to do that. Rethink that one. And if that's what some of you are deciding on, because that decision card came in right behind this one too. If some of you are trying to decide should you move, this is a no. I would say that's your best guidance on that one. So tune in to see what feels right with you on that one. Yeah, the decision that you want to make. You definitely want to go for something that is right for you, reaching for those dreams. Again, it's some of you, and going back to that mother guy, having ideas, going back to that master, reaching for your dreams. So if your decision is working on that, what are your dreams? What is ideal for you? Go for that which is ideal for you and that is fitting for you and is in alignment with you. So you want to be who you are, because you got somebody that came through here with some of you that wasn't who they are. And believe me, they understand on the other side how they miss out, because when you're not who you are, you don't flow in life. Life is just a bunch of challenges. We have alignment with things that are easy for us. We should go for that. You know, you've got certain skills. You know, if you're really good at writing and language and stuff, why would you become a math teacher if you suck at math? I mean, we do this. We do this all the time, and it makes life difficult. So we want to go with that, which is easier. Okay, so now, for those of you in this conflict, yeah, we are definitely, some of you have really felt some defeat with this. You have felt stomped on. Things are not good with this toxic situation, and you have my condolences with that. Thing is, though, you can bring this to an end, an ultimate end here, by changing that perspective. Just love them for who they are, love you for who you are, let go. Just let go. So it just may be to solve an issue, just accepting who they are and accepting who you are. That can help you resolve the issue, and it can simply be an issue, and that issue can come to an end. Or sadly, for some of you, it might be a very horrendously toxic relationship where things are not going well. So for some of you, it may be a toxic relationship coming to an end. And that could be for some of you making that hard choice, which follows right here, and that would make sense for some of you in that toxic relationship. By letting go of that one, you'll find relationships that are aligned with you and that work and that go in harmony. And or just letting go of that situation to resolve the issues where you're really clashing. By doing that and making the decision to let that go of trying to change them or allowing them to change you can resolve the issue, and then you can come into an alignment with them. So you'll have to see how that fits you. Okay, having strength and having courage. There is justice coming. For those of you that the loved one came through and there was foul play here, have strength. You might be suffering with some pain with that. Have some strength. Justice is coming. So things will be equalized. So don't worry about that. Even if you don't see it in this lifetime, everything will be equalized. Don't worry about that. So that might help you let go of that. Having faith. Yeah. Okay. So having faith. Okay. There could be some focus with this coming in behind this card. There could be some focus and anger of what happened here. And we're keeping our focus constantly perpetuating, and we're getting angry to the point that we're getting very aggressive. And that could definitely be leading you to overwhelm. And the overwhelm card was absolutely overwhelm card. Ten of Wands was absolutely confirmed with Ten of Wands. We're definitely overwhelmed here. And if you look at this picture, you can see the kitty cat, and it looks like she's being overwhelmed by with water, but she's got a footing there. But when you keep your focus on that water and feeling overwhelmed, you feel drowning, like you're drowning in it. And then you're feeling overwhelmed, like you can't get out of it. And I'm sensing some anger. And that sure might be going back to the loved one that we lost and the ultimate defeat that they had and how they were lost. And if you've got a lot of anger here, it's understandable. It's valid. Don't get me wrong. But it's torturing you. And this is going to be the message of your loved one. They're letting you know it will be righted. Don't worry. Don't let it eat your life and destroy you, because keeping the emotions of anger going on and on and on and staying overwhelmed in emotions. And see, this is water too. This is staying overwhelmed in emotions. It's not healthy. It's not productive for you. It's just keeping you in overwhelm. And if you can let that go and trust, things will be righted. Then you can come and things will be righted in your world. Your world will be upright. So you're going to have to work on that. And I know this is hard, guys, when that happens. You don't want to give forgiveness to the person or people that play the role in that foul play, because in a way we think, okay, we are looking upon their act with allowance. We are saying that their act was okay. It's not about that. Forgiveness is not about that. Forgiveness is coming to understand it can set you at peace, and it's also the biggest, best step to come to forgiveness is to remember that we are all source. Every single one of us. This card is source. This table is source. I am source. You are source. Your loved one is source. The person who played a role is source. And source is taking on roles. It is playing a big play, a big movie, a big story, a big video game. And it's playing all the roles. It is playing predator, it's playing victim, it's playing perpetrator, it is playing them all. It is the lion that eats the gazelle. It's all of it. And if you can remember that, it's bigger than you. It's way bigger than you. There's a big thing at play. If you can just let that go and focus on your desires in life, and just let it go. They're okay now. They're definitely okay. Is that also what follows that is the happily ever after? And I did say this is someone coming through that has it happily ever after, but this can also be a reminder with it coming through. I'm happy now. I'm safe now. I can definitely be a reminder for that. So take heart in that. That forgiveness is going to help you, and your loved one wants you to not be being overwhelmed anymore. They love you and care for you, and they're seeing that you're torturing yourself with that, and they really want you to let that go so that you can be happy. Okay, so this one here, we're learning a life lesson. It could be learning a life lesson about forgiveness, and we're starting a new journey. So it could be that life lesson of journey of forgiving and letting go of that overwhelm. That's definitely a life lesson. Some of you are masters and you're starting that new journey. Going back to that mother Gaia, and like I said, I think some of you have got a project. Go for that. It's going to bring your dreams come true, and you're starting that new journey, and they're definitely saying, hey, success here. Definitely do that. You want to go for that again, that which is ideal for you, because some of you are making that decision. So yeah. So making the decision, and then some of you might be making a decision about a toxic relationship even, and that's going to be a life lesson for you. And making that decision maybe to release it and let it go and bring that toxicity to an end is starting you on a new path, one that will be successful for you. So tune into how these stories fit you. As I said, this is many people here, many energies coming through. We got to see how that's coming through. Okay, so letting go is what's going to bring everything right in your world. So letting go of that which is toxic, even the anger of this situation and the ultimate defeat, this clashing with people, trying to force things that are not working, letting go of pushing something that might not work, like a move, choosing to go for that which is ideal for you. These are what's going to bring you to your world being upright. That's what's clarifying for this one here. And this one again also represents Scorpio, and this one here represents Capricorn. Let me catch all these puppies here. And this one represents puppies, and they're all cats. Well, that was a puppy. And this one here represents Libra. So just catching you on those, if that is beneficial to any of you. Okay, here we go again. We've got this, King of Wands, my bad. Okay, King of Wands here. So yeah, if we don't let go, okay, so some people that we're clashing with. All right, so yeah, we do. For some of you, this is a clash of the vibe tribe, and it's not working, and you've got to let it go and bring that to an end. And this is your hard decision that you're making, because that's what followed it. And once you do, then you'll find your vibe tribe, people that are aligned with you. So that is coming up over here too, and it's coming up with a let go. That's what's going to bring your world upright, is by letting go of people because that's failing, that is not a success, people that are not in your vibe tribe, people that are burning you. So that's for some of this toxicity. So if they're not in your vibe tribe, for some of you, it's not just an issue. For some of you, it is actually people that you're not doing well with, and they're like angering you to the point you're overwhelmed too. So for some of you, you're just going to pay attention to how this connects to your particular story. So what I want to do now is I want to get you an angel and ancestor card. Now this is a message to you from your guides. Now your loved one may play a role too, as they can play roles as guides, or it could be your higher self, it could be your angels, it could be other loved ones, it could be that didn't even come through, or your personal guides. So we'll see. Animals, spirits, totems, stellar guides, ascended masters, and some of you are of the Fae. So let's see what we get for you. Okay. Got two there. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Oh, lovely. Okay, so now this one's reverse, guys. Now when the Sun comes out, it means everything. I told you, everything's going to be right with your world. And this one is pertaining to all of you here, guys. No matter what you're dealing with, some of you are struggling believing that everything's going to be okay and everything's going to be good, but it is. It really is. And then, so this is definitely affirming and assuring you of that. And some of you got to let go of some things so that you can attain that. But it's doable. It's definitely doable. Now your direction card, choosing your path. That's coming in here too, and that's coming in reverse too, so we need to pay special attention too. Again, choosing your path. So some of you are on projects. Like I said, you're a master, and you're either teaching others or you're coming into some type of project that's going to lead you to your happily ever after, and you're busting into spiritual freedom to do so. Go for that, guys. Some of you are having to choose paths of people that we might not be aligning with, or choosing a path of how to resolve a situation. Some of you are having to choose a path like, oh, you thought you were going to move, maybe you shouldn't. So you're choosing your path, and you definitely got this card here. I told you, the choices. This one came in as choose something that is definitely ideal for you, that you're excited about, you want to go for. That's going to come back into play here. So a lot of you are on that. That's showing up big time here. So yeah, you're getting support here from that. Go for that which is in alignment with you. Go for that which is exciting for you, so that everything will end up right with the world. This one is for everybody. I know this one's for everybody. These also as well. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do personal readings, and I definitely do crossover loved ones. or messages from those. So if you would like a personal reading for that, you can find the link to that in the description box below. I do hope this was helpful to you. Seriously, all my love and light. Until next time. Okay, welcome if you chose a cat totem for this week's pick a card reading, Messages from Deceased Loved Ones, which is timeless. So the theme for the message that your loved one wants to convey with you is embrace the feminine. Okay, so this is a general reading, so there are many of you here and many loved ones, so there will be many different scenarios. So tune in to those that are in alignment with you as I continue with the cards. So I'm going to pull a few cards to expand upon their theme card, the theme of the messages they want to share with you. And then I will pull a row of tarot to help us figure out, convey who is coming through. Now, you may have one or more come through, or you may have someone come through and they may even indicate someone with whom they are connected to or were connected to that is still on this side with us, just as an indicator of who they are. So you'll have to tune in. They may have a message for you, or they even possibly may have a message for another loved one of yours. So if you see that come along, you may want to pass that message along. So after the first row of tarot to figure out who is coming through, we're going to do another row of tarot to see what their message is for you. And then we'll also clarify that one as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull the entire row. And then I will start reading for you. Okay. Okay. Let me expand upon your embrace the feminine. See if we can get one more. Okay, so embrace the feminine. Now, my first impulse is some of you may be getting a message that we have a baby on the way. Or someone in your family does, and that's being verified here too. Mother. Some of you might be in disharmony with a partner, maybe business partner or lover. And you might need to embrace the more feminine side of you, your compassionate side, to help you with this situation with your lover. So they might be coming through. Yeah, we got some riffraff and some, yeah. So we want to embrace the feminine to do that. And you can always, don't go too far into your feminine, hold your boundaries and of who you're being, but we need to get to more compassionate side and see their side of the story. Because some of this riffraff might be getting some of us to the point that we're so angry we're getting aggressive. This also represents Capricorn, if that's relative to any of you. It may be who the message is for, or who the message needs to be sent to, or maybe possibly your loved one already giving you a sneak peek of who they are. And this path that we're on with this fighting and stuff is not being successful, so we need to start something. We need to change something up. Change it up so it can be successful. And I think it is really with this communication here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting mostly for this particular one. But some of you are definitely, it's about a journey of motherhood. And then some of you might be having delay. So some of you, this one also could work for that one. Definitely I'm getting that one too. Some of you are wanting to be mothers and you might be having some issues or struggles to get pregnant. They're just saying it's coming. The new journey is coming. It's just being delayed, but it's coming. That's what the affirmation of them both, because they're both upright too. So it's coming. There just may be some delay. Trust in the timing. Okay, so for who's coming through. All right, so remember, this is many of you, so just tune in to who you know. This is someone that struggled a lot in life. They had a lot of trouble with challenges. They had a challenging life. It could represent that, or it could represent someone who moved around a lot, moved residences a lot. Could have been someone like in the military, maybe someone who's a big traveler and they just love to travel and they never really settled down. So this will indicate those. For some of you, this is someone's father coming through here. And you might feel like it's a failed father relationship here. Things might not have worked well between you and the father. Could have been a bad relationship. Could have been they abandoned you from the get-go. It could even be a father and you might have had an okay relationship, but they might have, like, maybe they just had a failure in business or something like that. A failure in life, a big type of failure. So tune into how that fits you. This one here represents Sagittarius. So it's coming through for that one, so pay attention to that one. Otherwise, it could mean someone who was really overwhelmed with emotions, might have dealt with a lot of depression, because it stayed really focused on their hardships in life. They might have gone through a lot of trauma, especially a lot of trauma in their childhood, and just carried over in their adulthood, and maybe they didn't get the trauma healed and resolved, and so just overwhelmed them throughout their life, and it just permeated them, and they kind of stayed melancholy or depressed and dealt with that a lot. This one represents a family member, maybe a sibling coming through that has crossed over. Yeah. Could be an aunt, an uncle, someone along that line. Someone that was caring them. Someone that cared, loved their family. They were a caring individual. But yeah, something like that. Sibling, aunt or uncle. This is not parental. This is not child. It's not parental. It's not child-wise either. Okay, this one indicates someone that was indecisive in life, had a hard time making choices and decisions, or maybe they made a hard choice, like a choice that didn't really work out really too well for them with something big in their life. But more so someone, this isn't the Virgo card, but that's a tendency of theirs, is to be able to make decisions. So it could even indicate a Virgo for that one, because they do have a little bit difficulties aligning on a decision. Someone that's thorough. It's someone that made careful decisions. You could relate to that as well. This one, another father figure here with that here. Someone powerful father figure. This can indicate someone that was very loving father figure, very caring, took care of others, took care of their family. They could have been even a loving person in the community, and people beloved in the community, did things to reach out and take care of the community. They could have been even in politics, or they could have been in some type of leadership role of some type, maybe in the church, maybe in their job, but they were beloved for it. They were powerful. They shared what they attained in their goals with others. They were successful in life, and they wanted to see others succeed in life too. So they did what they could to reach out and see that others were successful, whether it just be family or whether it be someone in the community or their job or what have you. This also represents Aries, if that's helpful for any of you. This one was someone who wasn't very careful. Like, this one was making careful decisions. This is the very opposite of this one. This is somebody that was just quick, jumped into things. They just, let's just jump into this and let's jump into that, and they might have got bit for it. Could kind of reflect Sagittarius as well. Sagittarius are good for jumping into things. Could reflect like that as well. So yeah, even Aries maybe, they're good at jumping into things. So yeah, this is definitely fire sign. Definitely someone that just jumped quick to thought, maybe not always made preparations, would just jump in. Just jump in and go. And then this was somebody that attained their dreams. they did attain their dreams, and that's good to see. So if you know someone who attained their dreams, maybe their dream was to have a beautiful family and a house and a home, and that was their dream, or they attained their dream career, maybe they attained it all, maybe they wanted to be an actor, a singer, a writer, and they attained those dreams. Whatever this is, maybe they want to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. This is someone that attained their dreams, their wishes came true, and they were happy. So I take it from this one, they're okay being on the other side. They attained their dreams and they're good. Okay, so that is who's coming through. All right, so now let's look at what message they might convey to you. Okay. And again, I'll pull up the entire row and then start reading the cards for you. Let's see if we got it here. I have it right here. You may hear kitty cats scratching on scratching posts outside the door there. Okay. Not a bad reading, guys. Not a bad reading at all. Okay. Speaking of dreams, okay, this is probably coming from this person. This one is telling you, go for your dreams. You're being called to choose your dreams, and they're like, definitely go for that. That's what you really should do. It's a spiritual calling to go for your dreams. That's what spiritual calling is going to, and some of you are resisting that. And they're like, cut it out. Go for your dreams. That's what makes you happy. Choose your dreams. Don't get stuck doing something you hate, doing something you don't like for the sake of survival. You could be stuck in a job you hate. You could be stuck in a relationship that's not working. Don't get stuck like that. Go for that which is ideal for you. Definitely, and you got the universal support to do that, so they're definitely letting you know to do that. And some of you actually, what that could do, some of you could be a master at something and you can teach other people. Maybe you are a teacher even, and that could be your dream, and they're like, say, definitely go for that. You know, maybe you could even be a spiritual teacher because this is your spiritual calling. You definitely go for that. You be a master and can teach other people. So they're definitely saying go that. We will clarify, so we'll get some more on that too. You could be going through a life lesson too for some of you, because I do see some overwhelm going on here. And maybe we're dealing with somebody that might be deceiving us, so be wary of that. So your loved one on the other side sees someone is deceiving you, and they're definitely saying, and that you might be feeling some overwhelm with this person. It's a life lesson, so be wary of that. I don't know if you're making a decision or something or what's going on, but definitely be wary of somebody deceiving you. So you're getting that message. Some of you are missing our loved one. You have got the fond memories of being with them. But it's the nostalgic pain of missing the good old days, of missing them. I'm going to clarify that one. I want to say, I can tune in, but I want to be pure for you. It's so easy to say, your loved one will tell you they don't want you to miss you. So that's just an easy thought. So I want to be pure for you, so I will clarify for what they're going to say about that. So we'll come back to that one. Some of you are feeling left out in the cold. Now that could be going back. You could be feeling left out from your loved one, missing that. So it could be going back to that. It could be with whomever you're feeling overwhelmed or clashing with, that you're feeling left out in the cold by too, and that they're realizing that too, so they're noticing that. We're going to clarify that. We'll get some more on that one for you too. And then some of you are enjoying good teamwork here with some people. Maybe this is even being a teacher, you could be enjoying that. Aligned people, maybe those who are going for your dreams, you've got aligned people to help you and assist you with that. We've got something, or they might be suggesting to team up with people that can assist you with your dreams. Definitely go for that, and that's going to lead you to success. So something along those lines. Yeah, so that's looking good. Let's definitely get some clarification. I'm in the dark, guys. It's kind of hard to do these readings for a bunch of you. That's why I love your comments. Because y'all then pinpoint, oh, that's how that is. Because I've got so many of you. I do personal readings, and I do readings with crossover loved ones. So if you do want one of those to get more of a personal one-on-one, you can definitely find the links to those in the description box below. I'm more than happy to do that for you. All right, let's see. 2 more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this teamwork. Your higher self is calling you to some teamwork, or to unite with people that will really work well with you to do something. That might be you being a master and teaching others. Yeah, that's being followed here too by spirituality too. So yeah, I told you some of you could be spiritual teachers, so that would definitely fit that one. So they're definitely, your higher self's calling you to do that. So, and your loved ones coming in and saying, hey, go for that. You might be feeling that propagation for that as well. So if we go into that, going back to your theme card for something that's birthing something new, going back into embracing the feminine, but we're also looking at the picture of the pregnant mother here. So that is birthing something new. It also could be going back to those that are, this is saying, hey, motherhood's coming, but some of you might have been struggling and there's a delay coming. They're letting you know it is coming through. Things will line up for you. The right people will line up for you. But yeah, for some of you, you're definitely having a calling. And then that's going to go back also to those dreams that we need to choose and be going for. You're being called to do that as well. And this is birthing, creating something new. So that's going to go back to that as well. And that's your spiritual calling, and it's your spiritual calling is always to follow your desires. That's what your desires are. Source putting those desires in you, and you have your natural affinities and things that are easy for you to do, and that's where life flows when you go in that direction, because that's what Source is wanting to experience through your unique perspective. So I just use an example in the previous reading, like if you're a writer and you're into languages and those are easy and math is hard, don't, like I did, hell, I went out and became a banker. Why? Because my stepfather said, hey, you need a job, go do a paint. And I had dyscalculia, I think it's called, where I invert the numbers, so that didn't work out too well. I had to get back into what I do. That works better. So yeah, tune into that. Okay, so let's see here. So some of you might be feeling overwhelmed, and that might be, I think, facing these desires, but the universe is saying you're prepared for this. So you might be feeling overwhelmed, and yeah, when you go to start something new and you're being called to do it, it can be feeling overwhelmed, especially to your ego, because you're doing something new and it's changed and it doesn't like that. I had that issue when I wanted to start the YouTube channel. I had so many things I had to do first. I had to do my website and all that stuff, and I just felt overwhelmed. Like, gosh, I got so much to do. So I'm sitting there thinking, I've got to do all of it at once. No, break it down the steps. Take your baby steps, and that can break it down easy, and that can bring down the overwhelm, because you were prepared and ready for to do this. I remember for me, I had to do this. I just had to write down everything, one piece of paper. I'm going to do this, 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 and that, and put circles around ones that I was ready to start, triangles on ones that I have to do a little bit later, squares around ones that I could even do further. Just a way for me to organize. Okay, stop looking at it all and look at just a few steps at a time. So that's kind of what worked for me. You know, do what works for you, but that'll help you with the overwhelm. Okay, now some of you, yes, okay, somebody's deceiving you. For some of you, you are definitely being played. So this could be a business deal, this could be a business partner, or some way, somehow. I mean, you could be getting a loan on a house that is coming in. I don't know if somebody's directly telling me that. Maybe it's like a refinancing loan, and maybe you need to watch that. That's just what's coming into my mind out of the blue, so I'm going to just be open to what's coming to me. So some of you might be looking at that, you're being played. So pay attention if this is, you know, making sense to you. Also, it could simply be you've got a player in the love department, and they are just totally deceiving you. It is not a true offer of love they're bringing to you. They are just absolutely playing you. So be careful. Somebody is offering you something. You each have your different stories, and it is not of the heart, and it is not of love. It is pure deceit. It is just for them to have some type of self-gratification, which might be costly for you. So be wary of that. Okay, so here we've got, yes, a decision that we need to make, and we're mulling over this decision, and these are about our dreams. So you really want to tune into your intuition and heed that higher self when it comes to those dreams. So that's going to go back here too to our theme card of the creating things. So I'm seeing that a lot, guys, for a lot of you, creating things that are new for you and starting that new journey, and it will lead to success, but there might be some steps you need to take, like making the choices of what your dreams are and tuning into the intuition to do that which is in line with you, that your higher self is calling you towards, and not letting your ego, oh no, we can't do that. Because that, I don't have enough money for it, I don't have enough resources for it, I don't have enough people, that might piss off someone. So don't let that impede you. Listen to your intuition. And also is coming in behind this, don't let your ego, oh, but this looks so good. No, they're deceiving you. Go for your dreams, listen to your intuition, heed your higher self, and this could be the decision. You're mulling over this offer. Don't listen to this offer because that's following that card right there, so be careful. So yeah, tune into what you really want. Somebody could be just really trying to sell you. Oh, you need this, you're the famous salesman. You really need this vacuum cleaner, it does blah, 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 blah. Don't let them sell you. Tune into what you really want. Tune into your dreams. Use your intuition, what you really want before you make any hard decisions. Higher self. Heed your higher self. Okay. So yeah, because when you do that, then you got the universal support going for you, and that's going to lead to harmony. And here we got the lovers coming up, and usually when we see this card, this is about, the lovers, true love offer or not. So yeah, for some of you, like I said, it could be a lover playing you. When you listen to your dreams and your intuition, the universe will support you on that, and then you will get that harmonic relationship that you really want. So don't let your ego go, oh my gosh, this big beautiful fish is here and it's the only fish in the sea. Don't let that happen. That's showing interest in me. Choose. You are worthy to have what you want. Ask yourself, what do you want in a partner? And write down all the things you want in a partner. And don't take on someone that is not presenting you what you want, just thinking, I don't want to be lonely. Don't fulfill it like that way, guys. So I think that's a decision a loved one sees for you, and they're trying to keep you from there. Okay, so for some of you that are like stuck in the nostalgic days and missing perhaps even a loved one, you're not manifesting the things that you desire in life. You're actually creating contrast in life with that, as you're staying focused on that. So you definitely want to turn this around. And this is when you look at your memories and you smile and you remember those memories and you feel the goodness in them, and let them bring you joy, and they can instill you, and then that can bring you into creating your desire. So we really want to work on that, guys. We definitely do. And then the spiritual calling, we do not want to resist the spiritual calling, because if you don't resist the spiritual calling, you will enjoy all the fruits of your labor. Because like I said, your spiritual calling is going for that which is your desires. And that's really coming up a lot in this particular reading. Creating what we desire, what we want, and then we can enjoy the fruits of our labors. You definitely can do that. Fruits of our labor. And then going back again to the mothers, you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. Some of you are pregnant. That's the sign that's coming up. Or some of you that have been struggling with pregnancy, it's just being delayed. It's coming, and you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. Heed your spiritual calling. Tune into spirit. Connect with your higher self. There's some emotions that you probably need to clear and heal. And once you heed that calling, then you can start enjoying the fruits of your labor. So there could be some kind of fear or letdown, and you're getting really stuck on the letdown if you've been struggling with that. So we need to just go ahead and accept that things haven't happened as fast as you've wanted them. Maybe you've had some miscarriages. My condolences if you've gone through that. Trust that's two souls involved. It's you and the child. It's been my experience with some people that I've worked with. That child came later, same child. I have an experience of mine came through as a grandchild. I had suspicion of a first miscarriage, but it was so early in the pregnancy I wasn't sure. Sure enough, it was. So it can come back. So work on those emotions, because that resistance is keeping things pushed away. When we can go ahead and accept and accept the situation with love, accept maybe that child's soul was not ready. I've worked really closely with my daughter like that, and we've experienced situations where the child's soul, we're getting communication from the child, and the child was a little bit timid, but they're working on it. So work with that child's soul too, communicate with that. So give that child some love. It's not just you involved, that child is involved as well. So pay attention to that. Okay, and then for some of us that are left out in the cold here, we've got the 7 of Fire here. So, oh yeah. Okay, so you're going to have to hold your ground with something here. But be careful that you're not being so righteous that you got to be right. Because when you got to be right over being loved, that's what happens. You could be leaving someone else out in the cold here with this one. Pushing them away because it's so adamant. Got to be right. That's the most important thing. And I love Neil Donald Walsh's questions. Do you want to be right or do you want to be loved? It's good to stay true to yourself, but make sure you're loving. You can stay true and have integrity with your truth and can convey your truth, but convey it lovingly and convey it gently. Don't get into a righteous having to be right. When we're getting into this righteousness of having to be right, and we're fighting and we're defending, our ego is really fearing that our identity with whatever we are connected with whatever the argument is being threatened, and that the very existence of the ego with its identity there will be annihilated if it happens to be wrong. So you might want to work with the ego and let it know that you don't cease to exist. You are here through the personality of the avatar enjoying this life, and you will continue to exist. You might grow into something better and easier, and where you can enjoy things, more joy. Something along those lines. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to pull up you an Angels and Ancestor Oracle card, and this is a message directly to you from your guides. Your loved one still may play as a guide coming through these cards, sure enough. Or it could be your angels coming through, stellar guides coming through, animal totem coming through, whatever your guides are. So we're going to tune into those now. Your higher self coming through. Ascended masters, some of you are fairies. Work with all of them. I have lots of this, so. Anyway, almost. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we got. We got 3. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, so the first one we got is Broken Arrow, Embrace the Energy of Peace. And this one is reversed. I'll show it up right so it's prettier. But it is reversed when you pay special attention. This one, let's go back to this one here. We got to drop our shields, guys. We got to break that arrow. We're fighting and we don't need to be fighting. We're thinking we need to be fighting, but we don't. So it's time to break those arrows. Stop fighting and be love. So yeah, that's what's going on there. That is definitely playing a role there on that one. Embrace the energy of peace. Yes. We want to bring peace to the situation and the self-righteousness of having to be right. So you need to work with your ego. Go into a little meditation. So your ego is a toddler. Your ego is a toddler. It will always be a toddler. It never grows up. It's supposed to have fun. Let it have fun. Let it stop pretending to be an adult. And validate its feelings. Comfort its feelings. Let it tell you how I am so mad at this person and why it must be right and all this stuff like that. And then explain to it its feelings are valid. It will not be annihilated if it perchance could be wrong. And it could be right. You just don't let that being right destroy the relationship. So you want to work with it there. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So this is coming in blue flow. Okay, we're totally supporting these cards. So again, some of you are soon to be pregnant or are pregnant now. And those of you who are struggling, you're getting every affirmation under the sun. It may be delayed right now, but it's coming. You're getting every affirmation, and be comforted as you're on that journey. Definitely doing that. Again, this is going back to creation as well, creating that which you love, and you're able to do that. Being comforted, those nostalgic memories, we want to work on loving the memories, enjoying the memories, and not focusing on the loss. Be comforted in that, and then you can manifest your desires. And then, of course, many of you are definitely being called to choose your dreams and to go for those. And it may take some changes to do that. And when we make some changes, sometimes we have to let go of something of the old to make room for the new. So that might be a situation too. So feel loved and comforted. You're growing with that, and you're going to get bigger and better. And you're going to eventually be happy, definitely. And then the shield maiden, make plans and focus. That's going to go back to those of you that are making these plans of creating something for yourself. Again, make your plans and focus. Some of you are feeling overwhelmed again with that, but they're telling you prepare. Remember, like I told you, I did it online on a piece of paper. You might have to write out your plans and focus. So make them down, break them down to baby steps, and then be able to put your focus too. This one is also going to go back to the teamwork as well. Like I said, your higher self is calling for some teamwork. So those of you are going to get some resources with some people to line up teamwork with whatever you're trying to create, because the shield maidens would all work together and form all their shields that kind of like form a wall. So it's not necessarily indicating of forming a wall, but you have people that you are aligned with that will assist you, that your higher self is definitely pointing you towards. So that is your message there. So this is not too bad of a message, guys. Not too bad of a message at all. Okay, so I hope this was of help to you. I truly do. Thank you for being here with me, and much thanks to your loved ones as well. And until next time, much love and much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose the Wolf Totem for this week's pick card reading, which is timeless, messages from a deceased loved one. So let's look at the theme of your message, and the theme of your message is to let go of the old. Now keep in mind this is a general reading, so have this tuned to many of you and your different loved ones. So tune in as I reveal the different scenarios to you for that which is in alignment with you. So what we're going to do is we're looking at this theme card, and we will expand upon it a little bit. And then we will also, we'll go with the row of tarot to see who is coming through. So we'll get some messages of who's coming through. So you may have one or more that comes through. You may have messages that may convey and point to someone that is still on this side with us that they were connected with. It could be a brother or a sister or a mother and a father, or their loved one, or whoever, just to give you an idea of who's coming through. And then following that, we will do a row of tarot to get a more expanded message upon what they are wanting to reveal and share with you, and then we will clarify that message as well. Okay, so let's get a few cards for your theme card. So for some of you, it could be some old things that are not working for you. It could also be let go of the old past that you had with your loved one, and it's difficult to let go. Okay, so interesting. Let go of the old. So, okay, so you might have somebody that's trying to run your life, manipulate your life, so they're like, let go of that. Or you could be one that's, you're not really mapping out what you want to do. You're just letting life decide for you, and you're just going along with life. They might tell you to let go of that. You want to heed your spiritual calling. And heeding your spiritual calling is going for that which is desirable, and is making choices that, instead of like just doing a job to make money, going for something that makes you feel great when you do the work, that gives you joy, because then you're giving joy into the other people. So that's like a spiritual calling that we're resisting, and that is something that we want to let go with, and that's going to culminate and connect with that. That's also what's going to help you feel a little bit more balanced, definitely. Okay, so we're getting a couple of horoscopes. We got Aries here, if that pertains to you, or whoever this message is supposed to be for, and we've also got Virgo here. They could also be slipping in, hey, I'm Aries, I'm Virgo, whomever your loved one is as well. Okay, so just tune into how that fits you. Letting go of the old. You might need to go within a little bit and spend some time connecting with your guides and finding out that which is in alignment with you, that is what can bring you into your power. And that would really benefit even those on this one that are resisting their spiritual calling, to bring you into balance and bring you into your power. And we're just letting life take us by. So I'm getting a lot of that for that one. So you might want to go within and do some connection, because that will definitely bring you into your power for that. So that's expanding on that. But we are going to do a whole row after we figure out who's conveying with us to get more on that for you. Okay, so let's do a row to see who's coming through. And I will fill up the whole row here. I should say the entire row, that'll be easier to understand. And then I will start reading the cards. Oops, let me flip. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can get one more, at least. Yeah, get one more. That's okay. Okay. Alright, so tune in to what fits you. Okay, so we had someone here that did not enjoy the fruits of the labor. So this could fit a couple scenarios. They could have done a job they didn't like. They were stuck with that, so they didn't enjoy the fruits of their labor. This could also indicate someone that actually didn't get to enjoy their labor. Kitty cat scratching on the scratching post. Someone that didn't get to enjoy their labor because it could have been someone that worked hard, saved their money, and didn't spend it, the miser type, and then just passed it on to an inheritance. So it could indicate someone like that. It could indicate someone that died kind of young, like maybe in their 50s or something like that. So they didn't really get to max out the enjoyment of their labor and also sent it off, left it as an inheritance. So you'll have to tune in and see how that fits you. And again, this is somebody that did not go for that which was ideal for them. Going back to that one, that will fit this too. So they didn't enjoy the fruits of labor, doing something they didn't really want to do. That could definitely go back with that. Or it could be two separate people as well. Okay, this one is like someone that was very kind and sharing and benevolent, and they just joyfully shared and helped and assisted other people. So maybe they shared their own resources, maybe they shared their time, maybe they shared their skills. It's just somebody that could have been very, very good at volunteering. Maybe they were volunteers on things. This is just what they did. They maybe a giver of community. Maybe they were just very sharing and loving in their family. This is coming through for this one. Okay, so now we got someone here that's a little bit on the burning side. Someone that kind of pricks people and irritates the funk out of them. So we're looking at someone like that for one portrayal, or it could have been somebody that was unsuccessful. Going back to here too, that could be pointing back at that as well. So it could be someone that did not get to reap rewards of being successful, or we got someone that's burning, just they're kind of pushy. They could be just pushing for their desires, and it's not necessary. They could have been one that was totally oblivious that they just kept pushing. They could type that pushes you, wanting to see what was best for you and it wasn't best for you, or they just were pushy people, or they just were nasty and just a burning type of person. So it just depends. You have to choose in to see what it was for you. This person wanted to say one thing, but another thing came right through, so I'm going to say it. Their death may have been confusing. That was not what I was going to say initially, but that's what came through, so I'm going to say it. Perhaps their death is confusing loved ones left behind, or perhaps their own death is confusing to them. So, geez. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be honest. I don't want to say this because I don't want to harm anybody, but I'm trying to be honest. Because this is what's coming through. They could be confused upon their own death, where they might be the residual ghost type. If you know your loved one is this way, talk to them. If you know about death, tell them to go for the light. Let them know that they are finished here, that they're going to be stuck in this limbo if they don't move on. They've got to get out of the limbo. They can't do anything more here in the ghost form. So they need to move forward. So we might want to encourage them and talk to them about that, and give them love and light. You can definitely talk to their higher self and angels and stuff to help them in the system as well. Now going back to my original thought, this could be somebody that just was confused in life. They dealt with a lot of confusion, or they were really stuck in really negative beliefs. So they never came into clarity of things. They just bogged down beliefs that just kept their life. Could even go back to this one, not enjoying the fruits of their labor, just getting by with life, just because it didn't come into any clarity. They just, beliefs random, conditioning random, what they were taught was random, so they never came into a clear mind of consciousness. They missed consciousness. And those of you that are conscious understand. Those of you watching this video are more open-minded and conscious to be watching this video to begin with. So you'll know what I'm saying. So it could have been someone that just was in the fog mind, never did come into clarity. They never came into awareness and consciousness and just lived the conditioned life. So pointing at that. This is someone who dealt with failure to a grand degree. So we'll go back here too. Could definitely be reverting back to that. And they focused on failure. They not only they dealt with it, they focused on it. They kept their focus on failure. They felt like a failure in life, maybe many areas of life, maybe in a big place in their life. They felt like a failure. This is someone that felt left out in the cold. Maybe they felt like people didn't love them. Maybe they felt like an outcast in their family in some type. You can look at it that way. They just felt left out on their own. Maybe they were even an orphan when they were born. That's coming through right now. So that could have been someone that was born as an orphan. So it kind of, because that one kind of, it's an abandonment from the mother, especially originally. So that can definitely have that feeling left out and cold feeling sensation that can just trickle through you all of your life. So it could be something like that. Could have been a mother that died when the child was born and their family took them on, but they still kind of felt orphaned from the mother, left out in the cold in that regard. This one is someone that hit the ultimate defeat. So this kind of goes back to like someone that failed in life too. Could be going back to that. But this person hit rock bottom. This could be relating to their death as well. Could be pointing to that. Perhaps their death was a defeat of some type. So this could even been like a car crash or something like that. It was a defeat. They hit rock bottom. It could also be somebody like maybe, this is just what's coming through, somebody that just drank their life away, and they died in that defeat because they were just in alcoholism, because they were escaping all of their problems. I'm even getting someone that could have been homeless even, and they died in that state. So somebody that just felt defeated in life, and I do believe it does connect with their death, that they died in that state somehow. And then this is someone that just is bored and aloof with life. Could convey somebody that just didn't really share or didn't get into interests of any type. They could have hit an area in their life where they numbed out from their emotions. Life just got so hard they numbed out. They could have had experiences with much failure, and that caused them to numb out. So this could pertain back to some of these people. So it could be giving you more steps to say, oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Lots of failure, had the ultimate defeat, didn't enjoy the fruits of labor, and they were just emotionally attached. So I mean, it's just you fill in how I'm in the dark here, guys. So yeah, this is someone that was bored with life, aloof, maybe because they didn't go for that which was ideal with them, so they were bored with life too. So that could definitely be a point of it. Maybe because they never came into consciousness, they were bored with life as well, so they couldn't even find out what propels them and desires in life and what excites them to follow them. Or maybe they felt like they couldn't follow them either. So something along that line. This just came through. I'm just going to say it. Someone that maybe even died in jail. So they were bored, out of their mind. That could have been going back to some of the ultimate defeat. They were in jail and they died in jail. And they died of pure boredom. They didn't die of boredom. They served their time, and of course, being in that time, they could have been bored. That just came through. Not something my brain would think of. So somebody could be communicating that. Okay, so that's who's coming through. So now let's see what message they want to convey. And remember, they may be conveying this message to a loved one of yours as well. So if you recognize that, you may send that message along. And again, I'm going to pull up the entire row. And then start reading the cards for you. One or two. Yeah. I thought so. Okay, I think I should learn right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a lot here. Okay, so let's make some room. Okay, they got some messages for you guys. Alrighty. Okay, so some of you are building your legacy. So this is going to be going back into coming into your power, letting go of the old. But letting go of the old, some of you are manifesting your legacy, which is great. That's wonderful. Your harvest is coming in. Hang in there. Have patience. You've done it. The universe is supporting you. Some of you need to choose your dreams. The universe is completely supporting you to choose your dreams, to manifest your legacy, to bring in the harvest that you want to come in, and you will have the power to do so. You might need to go within and tune in to see exactly what that is for you. This is for some of you. Now, some of you are not doing that. Some of you are not following your fate line, and fate line is source, its desires within you. Wants to experience certain ways, certain things through your unique perspective. And they feel it desires and they feel good, and you got natural affinities and talents. And if you move in that direction, life flows and everything's going good. That's your destiny. That's your calling. Do you have the free will to not follow your destiny and calling? Yes, you do. And what does that look like? Hard. Things don't work. Things are hard. Challenges. There's not enough resources. You're squabbling with people. So when you choose not to follow that, that's exercising your free will. Things aren't fun. So when you do that, then you're looking at perhaps some financial situations, not having enough resources, not having enough abundance, and we're really putting our focus on that, and that's going to continue to manifest that. Or really squabbling and fighting with people and clashing with their beliefs and their systems and things, so that can be causing issues as well. And you may even be squabbling and clashing with a partner. It could be a business partner, or it could be a romantic partner. Maybe you have some money issues that are causing a problem for this partnership, whether it be business or romantic also. Really staying focused on the lack thereof or abundance of somehow. So, or some of you might even be single and seeing yourself as really focused on the lack of abundance of a partnership. And because you're staying so focused on the lack of, that's what you continue to perpetuate. So you're really being called to look at your dreams. What do you want? You can have them. Because when you keep focusing on whatever's lacking, that's what you're manifesting, and you're not following your fate line destiny. Stop looking at what you don't have, what you don't like, what's lacking in your life, and instead look at what you want. So some of you are definitely getting that message, because that is what leads to looking at what you want, choosing it, manifesting your desires, manifesting your legacy. Your harvest coming in is exactly what you want. And some of you, you're being told for some reason, some form or another, you have family support to do what you want to do. The universe is supporting you here too. Some of you have family support that can assist you and help you too. Maybe you haven't thought of it. Maybe you're really focused on this lack and you have family support that can help you, but maybe you are thinking, oh, okay, I don't want to burden someone. I don't want to cause them problems. So you might be thinking, no, I don't want to burden someone, but your loved ones are coming through and saying, yes, you got family support. You won't be a burden to them. They're letting you know they're more than willing to help you out. So you want to look at that. So let's go ahead now and clarify for you and get some more clarification. I do personal readings, and I do crossover loved ones. So if you find that you want a personal reading to get more clarification, you can find the links to those in the description box below. I'll be more than happy to do a reading for you. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the entire row, and then I will start clarifying for you. Okay, I'm coming through. All right, so let's see. you more. That's okay. All right, so let's see here. Okay, our legacy that we're working on. So I told you some of us were manifesting on creating that legacy. You've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. So I think because you are also being told to go for that family support. I think some of you, for some of you, you might be fearing you don't have the family support and your loved one was saying, yes, you do. The others of you, watch it. Someone might be making an offer, but coming over here with these lack of resources, we're being followed by a card indicating betrayal, and big betrayal. So within some lack of resources that you might need help to do something, they might come through and say, hey, I'm willing to help you, but might have an ulterior motive. So watch for that, because that could lead to the lack of resources and betrayal. It could expand upon that. So you got to really watch your vibration and what you're thinking, especially with these, perhaps these people that you're fighting with. I don't know if that plays a role there too or not. It might connect. You're gonna hear a kitty cat meow. He's ready for dinner because camera, I ran the camera right out. So we're back. We're a few minutes late. Okay, so now here we also have got this disharmony. We might be, some of us might be single and lacking a partner and wanting it and focusing on the lack thereof. And focusing on the lack can betray you into attaining what you desire. Some of you may feel a lack because you may feel like this person has come in already and betrayed you. And if that is the case, Queen of Pentacles is coming in here. She's got all her stuff together. That is going to work out for you if that situation occurred. Could be romantic partner or business partner in that regard. So don't worry about that. Or you could just have an issue to resolve, and just by getting your stuff together, get your focus on that which is right for you. Get the focus off of the lack and put the focus back on what you want, and that's how you will get it together. And seeing that you can have that, because we're all creators and manifestors based upon what we look. Yeah, so the universe is supporting you going for those dreams, and that is your spiritual calling. That's your fate line destiny calling that we were talking about earlier, but you're resisting that call. That is your spiritual calling. You're resisting it. Stop resisting that. So we don't want to continue with that one. We've got to let go of doing things the old way and move into, yes, I can have my desires and do things the new way. Okay, so going over those desires here, we've got the Seven of Swords here in reverse. So someone is deceiving you. Someone is making you think you can't have your dreams come true. And that could be the next people that fall on this card right here. And that's where you're clashing, because they're trying to tell you, no, you can't do this. And this is an old conditioning that you need to let go of. So this could be someone, it could be work-related, family-related, friend-related, someone, society itself. Someone is deceiving you. Don't let them deceive you on that. Don't let them deceive you. Because right on that one, this one is about going for what you want. The universe is supporting you on doing that. Go for what you want. They're telling you to do that. Tune into your dreams. Go for what you want. Don't let anything deceive you and keep you perpetuating this lack. That is betraying you. It could even be your own conditioning within your own mind that could definitely be deceiving you, betraying you as you stay focused on this lack. We've got to switch that focus and definitely put our focus on what we want. Put the law of attraction into action. What do I want? I have what I want. I'm experiencing what I want. Write it out that you're living your life the way you want. Experience it. Visualize it every day. We're going to write that you have it, not that you want it, so that you can create it. Start putting it in solidification. Yeah, so the fate line, going off your fate line destiny and resisting that is leading you to your ultimate defeat, guys. That's not going to work for you. So you want to flip this and heed your calling and go with that which flows and your desires and what excites your heart and all that stuff. And you can bring an end to this. And that will definitely bring an end to the ultimate defeat. Okay, so I told you you could bring your harvest could come in. So let's clarify that, because some of you are on working on your desires and bringing in that legacy and enjoying your harvest. So the clarification card that we got for that one, yes, simply being who you are. So you definitely want to tune into those dreams, what calls you and propels you, get back on your fate line destiny. What's natural affinities? What are your natural talents? What is easy for you? Don't do what this writer person, teaching person did that really sucks in math and go get a banking job. That doesn't work out. Okay, so yeah, that plays a role there. You can manifest what you want. You definitely got that going in here. You need to stop heeding the call. They're calling you to go within. See, this showed up, let go of the old. A call to go within. Meditate, connect with your higher self, connect with your angels, connect with who you really are, connect with your dreams and what they are. Stop resisting that call, because that's what's going to help you manifest your desires. Okay? And yeah, that's going to lead right back to the Ten of Pentacles, which we have here. You can have exactly what you want. So you just got to switch that focus up here. Okay, so yeah. All right, now clarifying the Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Experiencing our nightmares coming true. Some of us feel like we are in a stalemate with someone, and that's probably those people right here, that we're absolutely clashing. Don't buy into the fact that you were stuck with them. You just simply have to make a choice within your own mind. You might feel like you're locked in walls in a physical reality, and it seems virtually impossible, or I should say relatively impossible, to get out of that stalemate. Don't let that trick you. You go back to your desires. When you write down, I have what I want, that changes everything. And you start focusing on that and visualizing it, manifesting that. You are the manifester. You can manifest your legacy by being who you are. I'm telling you that. So you just make that decision. Make that decision, make that choice. And your guides will come in. This is a good tower. Following this will come in and knock out anything that is in your way, any person that is holding you, anything, a situation that is holding you and impeding you. They'll knock it right out for you. And you'll be in good hands, and it'll stop your nightmares. It'll bring that to an end. So that's a pretty good message there, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap you up with an angel and ancestor card. Now, this is a message to you from your guides. Now, it could be your loved ones that continue to guide you, and or it could be also angels, your higher self, stellar guides, animal spirits. Some of us have fairy guides, ascended masters, what have you. You may or may not know your guides. Message from them for you regarding this situation. Whew. Just feeling it. Okay, so yeah, we got the direction guarding. We had this in the last reading as well. Yeah, so you got to choose your path, choose your dreams, and you want to go for those. So yeah, they're definitely coming in. Choose your path, and they're supporting you. You can do that. And then we got the eagle. See from a higher perspective. I told you, we're focused on this lack and that we can't have what we want. And some of us are betraying ourselves, thinking that we can't have what we want. By staying focused on that, we've got to change into a higher perspective, and that higher perspective is you can have what you want. We've got to get off of this fate line destiny of thwarting it, thinking we can't have what we want, by staying focused on, because if somebody is about deceiving you, where'd that card go? Yeah, someone was deceiving you about your dreams. It could be just your societal condition, the conditions you grew up, the conditions society continues to preach. It could be somebody's or one person in your life that's telling you that. You've got to change your perception that you can create and manifest your dreams. And it would not be surprising me with this person coming in that did not enjoy the fruits of their labor is definitely trying to convey that message to you. Please enjoy the fruits of your labor. Go for what you want. Maybe this was the one that got stuck with a job they didn't like, or stuck doing something that others like. Go for it. You can have what they realize on that side. I could have had what I wanted had I just chosen it. So you want to go into a higher perspective with the eagle and change it and see that you can do this. Something that can help you do this too is a shamanic journey. If you are a shaman yourself, turning to the eagle and seeing it from a higher perspective, or going into meditation, communing with the eagle. Maybe you can get someone to do a journey for you, or you can just meditate. You can commune with the eagle, or you can turn into the eagle yourself, whichever you're able to do, and get that higher perspective. So that's something that could assist you, because
Your dreams are awaiting you. That is the ultimate message that I'm getting here, which is great, which is absolutely great. And you can have it. Your harvest will come in and you will get your legacy. So this is good. You just have to choose your dreams. That's the overall message I'm getting for you. So I really do hope, guys, this was very helpful for you. I really do. Thank you for being here with me, to you and your loved ones. Until next time, much love and much light.